I'm going to show you how to customize some things on your D2L to make it easier for the students to get around. Up here it's called the nav bar, and every shell comes with some pre-made stuff already up there. If you're not actually using all this stuff, it makes sense to get rid of it. So you can go straight over here to the three dots, customize this nav bar. Click on yes, I'll work with a copy. You have to give it a name. Give it a name that makes sense to you so that you can find it later on if you need to edit it. By putting a star first, it makes it come to the top of the list. It doesn't really matter what you name it. And then you're going to add the links. These are the links that are currently in the nav bar. If you're not using something, get rid of it. Always keep course admin. The kids can't see that because they're not admin, but you can see it. Anything with the drop-down menu can be customized further. Right now, all this is in there. But if you're not using all of this, for example, locker grades we do in Power School, so you're probably not using that. Unless you plan to use quizzes, I wouldn't put that. You can always add these in later if you change your mind. You may or may not be using these tools. Again, you can always put these back. Save. Class progress, probably not using it. One link I find super helpful to have up there is class list. Add that one. And you can choose where in the nav bar you put them. If you want to take the time to look through all of the links, there's 82 different things that you could be adding. Lots of these are created by CBE or already in here by D2L. If you wanted to create your own, you could have a custom link. So if you wanted them to have a direct link to a certain website or something like that, you can create a custom link. If you wanted to enable icon-based nav bar, you can click here. All it does is it makes these show up. It looks great when you're on a phone looking at D2L. It doesn't really matter, it's totally up to you, but if you have lots of things on your nav bar, don't choose icon-based because they won't fit. And that's another thing. If you add too many links, they won't fit, but that's where you would come into this one here and add them into the drop-down menu. If you're using assignments and it's something that you want them to have easy access to, take it out of this drop-down and add it in here. Assignments, there we go, add, drag it over. I usually put these in order of the ones that are going to be clicked on the most. Again, they don't see that one, so don't worry about it. Discussion tools, I think, is in here already. Yes, but if you want them to have easier access, take it out of the drop-down and just go ahead and add its own link. Anything you want them to spend more time clicking on, give it its own link. If it's stuck in a drop-down menu, there's more chance that it will be ignored. All right, so I could be searching for discussions and make this a lot quicker. There we go. Add. Okay, so make sure it's the way you want it, and then save and close. And then you have to, oh yeah, there it is. So content, assignments, discussion, everything is the way you want it. Again, if it's not, you just go up to the three dots and fix it. Another thing you can do is to customize your homepage. Anything under here is called homepage. You can find the three dots way down here. You can see that there's some tools here that aren't even being used, so there's no point in having them on the homepage. So you can click the three dots. Another way is going through your course admin. So manage homepage, create homepage. Again, give it a name, start with a star. So cool, it doesn't matter. Don't worry about description. This is the layout. This is normally you would have one here and one here. It's just where your things will go. There's different choices here. It's totally up to you. If you just use the announcements tool, maybe you just want one panel. And then you build your home page by adding widgets. So usually on this side is the announcements. Add. If you're using the calendar, you can put the calendar on this side. Go ahead and look through all the system widgets to see what's available. You can have links to other classes. You can have a Google search, links to different websites. It's totally up to you. Let's put the content browser and maybe one more thing on this side. Access Google Apps, why not? And then within your home page, you can move these things around if you wanted that one at the top, for example. Save and close. Now you have to actually turn it on because the active home page here is still this one here. So click this, find the one. You see I named it Star Cool, so it popped to the top, and apply. So let's click and see what it looks like. So there's the two things I put here and the announcements. And if there were other tools that you wanted to use, go ahead and add them in wherever you want it. Let me just turn my phone off. Sorry about that. One more thing, click on Course Admin. This just makes life easier for the kids or anyone else who goes into D2L. If you could put your name where it says course offering name, that would really help me and anyone else that is searching for your shell. So Mr. Smith, and if you could even put the class, again, that would be really helpful, and then click save. So now when I'm looking for a specific class, I'll show you what I mean here. I can easily find Mr. Smith's class because I named it. So look at all the shells I have here. It seems like a lot, but the kids actually do have a lot of shells because over the years, teachers don't unenroll the kids. So they have shells in there from years and years ago. So this may look like a lot to you, but some kids really do have like tons and tons of shells. So if you put your actual name and the class, it really helps, and it makes it so that I can search. So I don't have to go looking everywhere to find that shell if I need to go in and do something. Well, I hope that helped.